One storytelling method that we introduce to our students, we like to call zoom out, zoom in. This is like telling a story, but not really. It's much more quicker than that. And it's basically like your top hits. So this is not the full album, okay, girl? This is the top hits. This is your best work. These kinds of responses work really well when you get a question that's like, tell me how you deal with stakeholders. Tell me how you deal with developers. Tell me how you work with PMs. What is your developer handoff process? And there's usually like a lot of correct responses. And yes, you can go into the STAR method. I don't think it's always needed, which like, yes, if you have like a superb story that you really want to share with them, fine. But a lot of times you can just answer with the best hits. So let's say you get asked, like, tell me how you work with developers. What's your process like? And you could say something like, well, my process changes from project to project, because it's true. It really all depends on how much has already been built. So depending if the functionality is new or has been already established, there's different ways of working that I fall back on. Often I'll loop developers right at the beginning so we can have a brainstorming session. A lot of times I'll also put consistent meetings on the calendar so we are always in the loop. And then towards the end of the project, a lot of times I will make sure that we have really frequent stand-ups so that we're all really aware of the process. Right, so you're not like telling a story. You're not like talking about like, oh, there's this one time where I worked with these developers and this is like, you're kind of mentioning the best parts of the process, the best ways that you do that thing. So you first zoom out by saying, yeah, this is a really important part of my process. I obviously very much care about my relationships with my developers. And then you zoom in with giving us super articulated best ways that you've done so.